Alright, let's check on this thing. Just pulled it off the charger. Power it on. And it shows just the one battery. I powered it on in the garage before rolling it out to the driveway, and it showed both batteries. So with it powered off and rolling it out here, I lost connection to one of the batteries. Let's go into settings. And we'll go down to more. And we'll see from here. So it's giving me battery A. Here's the battery A information. Controller information. HMI information. Sensor information. Warn codes, empty. Error codes, empty. But the rear battery is still installed. Like I said, all I did was roll it outside. Okay, I just reseated the rear battery. We'll turn it back on here. See what we've got. And now both batteries are showing again. All right, let's head to the hill, do some testing. Thankfully, I have two of these bikes, so I'm also gonna grab the battery out of my wife's bike, the rear battery. All right, we're back at the top of the hill. Both batteries are still showing connected. So we'll head down to the bottom of the hill. I'm curious to see if it loses the rear battery connection on the way down. It did rain last night, so the sand is a little better for riding on. So far, it looks like the rear battery is staying connected. All right, so I coasted down to the bottom here, and both batteries stayed connected. So let's make the climb up now and see if I have any issues. I'm just using sport mode. I'm not using the throttle. So it shouldn't overdraw the controller. So far, so good. Looks like the rear battery's holding on. It hasn't dropped off. I saw a quick flicker there on the screen. And we made that climb without a single issue. Let's try it again. We'll go back down it again, back up it again. I even have a little extra weight on me this time. I've got that second rear rack battery on my backpack. So it's even under a little bit more stress than it was yesterday. It's right around 70 degrees right now. So pretty close temperature wise that it was yesterday. It was 72 or 73 yesterday. Well, yeah, let's run this hill until we have a problem. If I can make it, say, 10 times and I don't have a problem, well then, I don't know what it was. Because I didn't do anything. I didn't change anything. All right, we're back down to the bottom of the hill. Spin her back around. Handful throttle, that didn't hurt anything. Oh, battery 2 just cut off. Just sitting here. So we're starting to have some issues. Like I said, we just coasted down this hill, so it wasn't under load until just right there where I used the throttle to spin it around the sand. Well, let's see if it cuts up. With battery 2 being gone, I'm just pedaling, no throttle. Yep, it's coming and going on the power. Picked back up again. Wow, a little slippery there. I'm in gear 4. It's not really as much resistance on the bike with the sand being wet. But we do still have to climb the hill. Rear battery is showing it's back on the display. Oh, it just cut off right there. And now it's coming back. And now it's off again. And now it's coming back. Rear battery is not showing. I saw the front battery even flicker. Cut back off again. Now we're back. Now both batteries are showing. Now we're back off again in power, even though both batteries are showing. And right there I saw it flash both batteries. Oh, cut off again. And it flashed both batteries again. All right. So we definitely were able to recreate the problem. It didn't take long. All right. Let's head back down. And for the next test, let's pull the rear battery right out of it. And let's just try running on the front battery. I'll power the bike down. I'll slide out that rear battery. And let's see what it does. Let's see if it still cuts off on me. That would eliminate a thermal issue if it works fine with the battery being out of it. Then it wouldn't be the controller overheating. I'm still going to keep the battery on my back just to have the extra weight, since the sand isn't as loose, just to give it a little bit more of a workload. All right, so we're back here at the bottom again. This time, we will pull this rear battery out. let me first, you see it's not showing on the display. Power off the bike. I will pull the battery out of it. I am just gonna set it here out of the way. So there's the battery. Let's put the key back in my pocket. All right, so now we're back on. You see it's only showing the one battery now, which is expected. It hasn't had a lot of time to cool down or anything. So let's see what it does. Same sport power setting, okay. And we're pedaling. It's still a little squirmy riding on this stuff. But what I'm looking for, I want to see if that battery light flickers. I want to see if power cuts off. So far, so good. Power's consistent. Battery looks consistent. It's climbing it just fine. And what I'll do is I'm going to do this climb a second time and possibly a third time. I don't want to just call it good just because it did it one time. So, but that's encouraging that it just climbed that no problem. So we'll run back down the hill. I didn't see the display flicker at all where the battery indicator is. The rear battery was my hunch. That's why I brought a second one with me. Either the battery itself or the dock that it goes into or something with the wiring. But I wanted to try to isolate the problem as much as I can so that when I contact the magician, I can give them as much information I can as to what the issue could be. All right, so came down, no problem. Let's run it back. Bigfoot didn't run off my battery. I still see it there. So we'll run it again. Sport mode still. Boy, this bike's got so much power. I'm trying to keep it on the trail. All right. The ruts do not make it easy. I'm trying to hit some bumps. Trying to shake the bike around a little bit. So far, another flawless run up the hill. Making easy work out of it. Yeah, that was 2 flawless runs up the hill. I think now I'm going to put the battery in it from the wife's bike that's in my backpack. And then I'll put the other battery in my backpack so I still have that weight of that battery. And let's see what it does. If it starts acting up again, then I can rule out the battery and it's more the battery connection in the dock or something else going on with the wiring going to that battery. If it does it with 2 different batteries, then I know I've isolated it away from the battery being the issue. But yeah, guys, whenever you have an issue with something, if you can narrow down that issue, it makes it that much easier when you're dealing with customer support on something, because you're not starting at square one. They're going to have you run all sorts of tests because they're not there to actually try the bike out for themselves to diagnose it. So you are the one doing the diagnosing. So the more information you can provide to them, the bigger help and the faster your issue will be resolved. All right, let's grab the battery out of my backpack here. All right, so here is the battery I want to put in it. I marked it with green tape so I could tell them apart. And you have to unlock it, make sure it's in all the way solid, lock it, give it a tug, make sure that it's locked in there solid. And then I'll take my stock battery and we'll throw it in the backpack here. Like I said, I want to eliminate as many variables as I can from this test. I did break the cardinal rule though, I didn't turn the bike off. So we'll reboot the bike. See if we got both batteries showing. We do. So you can see that second battery is 100%, which it should be. Just came off the charger. All right, let's bump her back up into sport. Let's run this hill again and see if with both batteries, if it still works fine. My own ruts are starting to cause me issues now. Try to keep it smooth as I can. All right, made it through that section. So far, both batteries are showing. I am really fortunate that I had a second bike. So I had a second battery to test. I know not everyone's in that situation. That was pretty bumpy through there. That rear battery is still showing. I'm pretty sure that stick just fell. I don't remember seeing that. So yeah, we just made it to the top of the hill. 0 issues. Let's run it back. A result is not just one test. You gotta repeat it numerous times. Yep, that stick definitely is new. When I'm done testing, I'll throw it off to the side. But I haven't seen the battery drop off at all on the display like the other one was. I'm guessing there's just something loose inside that other battery. I mean, those batteries don't live an easy life, especially when I'm riding roads like this. They're getting bounced all over the place. All right, so no issues coming down the hill. I know this is kind of probably a boring, drawn-out video of me just running up and down a hill, but guys, this is how you test. This is how you test for problems and fixes. Is you've got to just put in the work and do the testing. All right, let's run back up this hill. Pedal only, no throttle. Still in sport mode, so I haven't changed any parameters. Starting to get that packed down a little bit more. Still doing good. If I can do this 3 to 4 times, then I'm going to say we found our problem and it's with the battery. I would be very confident with that outcome. But these are the kind of roads that I bought this bike for. We have a lot of seasonal roads up here, and I wanted this bike because of the power and the fat tires and the full suspension and the smaller size. Actually, it's a lot easier riding off-road on a smaller bike. It's easier to put your foot down if you need to. It's easier to do most things. Yeah, you have smaller tires so they don't roll over everything as easily, but I have found that not to really be an issue. The fat tires kind of offset. I would rather have a fat, smaller diameter tire instead of a large thin tire. Get that out of the way. All right. So that's 2 runs up the hill without any issues. That makes me actually really happy because a battery is a really easy part to replace. I really didn't want to have to try replacing controllers or balancers or anything else with the system. If they just send me a new battery and all I gotta do is just slide it in, that is best case scenario for sure. But I want to run this hill 2 more times. If I can get 4 results in a row of 0 issues, then I think we have our answer. All right, so here is run up number 3. Keep going through that section faster and faster. I'm used to riding dirt bikes off-road, so I don't mind the bike dancing underneath me a little bit. Yeah, this thing's doing fantastic. No issues whatsoever. It just totally crushes this. The battery's staying on the display. No cuts in power. Perfect. Perfect. So there's 3 runs with 0 issues. We'll run it one more time. And then guys, I think we have our answer for sure. And it was cool reading all the comments from the last video. And there was a few other people that had a similar problem. One person I know of had the rear battery replaced. Someone else, they said they sent them a controller. Unfortunately for that person, if it's the same exact issue, I think they're gonna waste their time replacing that controller. But that's why I want to do all this testing, because I want to give Magician as much information as I can so that I'm not chasing my tail trying to fix this problem. I just want the problem to be resolved so I can go on enjoying my bike. So if that means I'm putting in a little bit more work now to save a lot of time and aggravation, then that to me is an incredible trade-off. All right. I don't have any more batteries down here to leave behind. This is my last time up the hill, hopefully, if we don't have any problems. So let's run it back. Pedal assist only. Oh, come on, ruts. Not the cleanest line through there, but we got the job done. Bike's still working good. Woo! A little rowdy there for a second. I tell you what, these Kendas, they are great for these kind of trails. A lot better than the cool rides. They give me a lot more confidence. Those Maxxis tires they have too that I saw in the Facebook group, those look really cool too. They're out of stock right now, but I would like to try those maybe on the wife's bike and get her off the cool rides. She doesn't ride the stuff like this as much as I do. But yeah, I mean, we're back out now. I mean, that's 4 times with 0 issues. And the battery's down to 94%, so it's working fine. Balancer's working fine. Well, there you have it, guys. I think we have our answer. I'm gonna contact Magician, give them a link to this video, and see if they'll send me a new rear battery. I'll let you know how that goes.